second, that's loading. Yeah, we are on YouTube. So let's start. Good afternoon, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. My name is Warley, and the topic of today is plugged in, navigating social media and tech. But before to start with the questions and the presentations as well, I would like to share a little bit about the platform, about Talk and Talk, and about how this kind of immersion works. Okay, so in a general way, Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced speakers. So the main idea here is to have conversations and practice your second language or third language, I don't know, with confidence and fluence. So the other main point here that is not a regular class. I'm not an English teacher or a Spanish teacher or a language teacher at all. I'm here to learn with you as well. But the main idea here is just to develop your fluence and your confidence as an English speaker. Okay. Besides English, we have a lot of other languages here, like Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, and German, I guess. And you can see that on the Talk and Talk website. Okay. So with this introduction about the platform in mind, I think we can start with the introductions about us, and after that with the questions. Okay. So, Pedrito, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Pedrito Souza. I'm 36. I live in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul. Uh, I'm married and I have a 9-year-old daughter. I worked with IT for 17 years, now as a DevOps engineer. And in my free time, I like to enjoy with my family, go outside, go to a club, to a bar, and enjoy with my daughter and my wife.
Amazing, amazing. And what about you, Diogo? Can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes, yes. My name is Diogo. I am 37 years old. I am from São Paulo, Brazil, and I work developer system software, and I'm married. I have two kids, and I in my free time I go to the park and I go to the shopping with my family. That's it. That's it.
Nice. As I said before, my name is Warley. I'm 25. I live in Recife, Pernambuco right now, and I'm also a person of IT as well. I work with IT as a front-end developer. Uh, I'm also a Spanish and English host here on Talk and Talk. I have started here in 2022 as a Spanish host, and nowadays I'm focused more on develop my English skills. So because of that, I have stopped to do English, actually Spanish immersions like a host as a host. And nowadays I'm focused on develop my English skills. So that the main idea about me. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the question number one. Have you ever deleted a social media account, and why have you done it? Let me know, Diogo, what you think about that.
For me, I don't delete a social media account. Um, because I don't see uh, with the friend offering my social media. I the social media I not problem with me for uh, in my case I don't delete social media in the past. Yes.
So you don't have problems of using social media like Instagram and all this stuff. It's okay
Mm,
for you to use that. Your relation with that's okay.
Yes, yes. My relation with the Instagram, Facebook, it's okay. I my limit 1 hours only. Oh, and uh, 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 1 hours or less. That's it.
Mhm. And is that easy for you to do that? Like limit an hour of use of social media a day? That's
Yeah,
incredible for me.
yeah, yeah. It's not uh, for me. It's less. We are 1 hour because I don't like Instagram, Facebook. I don't like the social media for me.
Amazing, amazing. I think you are a outlier in this case because it's not common for a lot of people to use and to have this kind of relation with social media. You know, it's more
Yes.
common to use that for 4 hours a day or something like that. But yeah, that's incredible. Congratulations, because it's pretty incredible, and I think it's healthy for you. So it's healthy for us, I think, to not use a lot of social media. So yeah, it's amazing. I would like to do that in this way. I think that's
Yeah, yes,
nice.
yes, yes. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have a,
Yeah, amazing.
I don't have.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok as well. I have I never installed that actually, and I don't have a TikTok account or something like that, because the way of the TikTok platform, it's a little bit uh crazy for me. This kind of scroll like reels videos. A lot of for a long time, it's crazy for me. Actually, I try to not to do that on Instagram, for example, but it's also complicated because it seems like all the social media have this feature right now. You know, YouTube has the shorts, Instagram has the reels, so
Yes.
it's complicated to get away from that. But yeah, TikTok is it's that's a social media that I don't have, but I have an Instagram account, and it's complicated to not use that for a long time. So yeah, it's complicated. But
Yes.
let me know about you, Pedrito. What do you think?
I never deleted uh, any account in social media. I just maybe not use for a while, uh, and sometimes, and now I have a limit as Joe. Uh, I I don't measure the time, but it's about 1 hour, I think, too. Uh, I use more nowadays LinkedIn to professional social media. Uh, and about the others, I just use to distract me a little, in some breaks in a day. Uh, yes, I think is it.
Nice. And what do you think about the LinkedIn platform and the way that people use that?
For me, I I get two jobs in that platform. Is a good platform uh, if you can use in a way to get it. Now, for example, to improve your resume and your posts to in your career or in your insights about the job you you believe you want to get, and the recruiters, for example, can search and see you in this platform and talk to you about the positions.
Yeah, I think it's nice the point of LinkedIn about to get a job and this kind of feature and this kind of focus actually. But in my opinion, LinkedIn is actually the people there is focusing a lot on turn LinkedIn in a social media like Instagram or Twitter or something like that, you know. And maybe the idea of an utopic world in LinkedIn that for me is boring because people share a lot of things about their lives and their job and I don't know why. And it seems like all is incredible, you know, all is sensational, all the point is amazing. So I don't know, for me it's not a real life there, this kind of use, but for get a job and for this focus, I think LinkedIn is amazing. I think that's the LinkedIn is the best platform for get a job for do this stuff. But in this kind of social media way and social media focus, I think it's boring for me. You know, I don't know if you feel the same, and I don't know if you use LinkedIn a lot all the days, for example. But for me, it's just boring. This use, you know.
I just used to like build my portfolio, the platform, and search for new jobs, new opportunities. But I I see your point of view, and I see a lot of um, posts about other things, and but I just focus in this in build my portfolio because I believe this is the main idea for this platform, and search a new opportunities for new opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. For this professional purpose, I think it's nice. As you said, yeah, I totally think that LinkedIn is the best platform for that. But if you need to get, if you need to stay there all the day, reading the feed and the posts and everything, it's kind of boring. Just for me, in my personal opinion, it's kind of crazy the way that people use that. But okay, that's the common thing, I guess, in social media nowadays. And about the question one, I have deleted my Facebook account. I don't know when, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think. But it was just one social media account that I have deleted. And it was because I have used Facebook when I was a teenager, I guess. It was a long time ago. And nowadays, I don't know how Facebook works anymore, you know. I really don't know how the platform is getting these things. So yeah, I wasn't use that. All my friends not use Facebook anymore, I guess. So because of that, I have deleted. I would like to do the same with Instagram as well, my Instagram account. But with Instagram, it's more complicated because all of my friends are there and some people of my family as well. So it's kind of complicated to lose this connection or contact using Instagram. So it's more complicated, but I would like to not use that. Mainly the Reels feature and all this stuff. It's complicated. It's a complicated relation between me and Instagram and Reels on Instagram, you know. But yeah, nowadays it's better. So let's move on. let's go to the question number two. Have you ever taken a break from social media? And how long have you stayed offline, for example? Let me know, Pedrito, what you think.
Yeah, it's like I said before, I take a break sometimes. Uh, on I'm thinking all social media in a time before I don't know, uh, 5 6 years ago. Um, I think two is 1 or 2 months. Yeah, I I stayed offline. Uh, is the because I think because many reasons. I travel a lot in this time, and sometimes I work a lot and not get the uh, a great internet connection, for example, and, and I try to expand my free time in other things and not use too much this and not spend my credit in internet connection in that time is because of this. Yeah, was because of this.
Nice. And how was the feeling for you to stay offline for this kind of time, for example? How was your feeling?
So, in the beginning was tragic, but I could focus in other stuff and in with my colleagues, my friends, my family, and in the work I get in that time, and I can distract me, and I don't know, 1 week after I just not have the necessity to access this.
Yeah, I really feel you. I have done something like that before. I have stayed offline on my Instagram account for I don't know some weeks, I guess. And in the beginning, the feeling of FOMO, it was incredible. It's crazy when you use the social media and you think that you are lost in something there. But after that, it was getting more easy because you realize that you don't need to use that all the time, and you are not actually uh, losing something, staying away from the social media. So yeah, it's not easy at the beginning, but it's a nice feeling, I guess. It was good for me. But it's hard. It's hard to do that. And what about you, Diogo? What do you think?
Okay, for me, I have take a break from social media. Yes, I take a break, uh, but uh, uh, in times, in periods of the student, for example, study for the certification in my job, study the period, the study uh, 1 month, 2 month, the period the study, my focus in the certification, the learning in things my interest. Uh, this period this time I don't have a social media because my focus is the study.
Amazing. Do you feel the, I don't know, the feeling about that you are losing some connections with your friends, with your family, being like away from the social media for a long time, for example? Well, how do you feel that?
No, no, no. I feel my family, my friends, I have in my WhatsApp. I use it very a lot WhatsApp for my contacts, uh, my personal with my family and friends. And Instagram, Facebook, I have friends, I have family, but my contact, my speak with her, they it is it is WhatsApp.
Nice, nice point, nice point. So, let's move on to the question number three, okay? Have you ever bought something online that you regretted? And what have you regretted buying? Let me know, Benito. What do you think?
Yes, a good question. In the pandemic period, yes, I bought something to get more exercise at home, and is stuff to exercise with yourself. Uh, and it wasn't compatible with my size, I think, and had limits to the fit. And I just didn't make much use. Uh, and other other stuff too, like the I don't know the strings to stretch. Uh, I use more, but in some weeks I I just stop using and forgot.
Yeah, the pandemic time it was crazy because we have bought a lot of things, and we are on a in a period of time, I think that we are using a lot of internet, actually a lot of technologies in this way. So we are looking for a lot of things that we could buy for using at home, So yeah, I understand you. And yeah, I don't know. It's complicated, the point of uh actually, doing exercise at home, it's complicated, Even if you use some tools, some gadget, I don't know. But yeah, for me, in my opinion, it's complicated to do exercise at home. I don't like that. And I don't like to go to the gym, for example. I think my problem is with uh, indoor activities, I like to go outside and run, for example. So yeah, it's complicated to use that at home and be constant on that, even in exercise. So it's complicated. But okay, let me know about you, Diogo. What do you think about this question number three?
Okay. In my case, yes, yes, I both something online, and I regret it. Um, Let me see. I both pants, and I anxious the the my pants. I I like my look in my mind. Oh yes, it's very good. Okay, but uh, uh, it's very disillusion for me because I not servitude, not servitude for me because it's very short. It's very short for me. For me, it is very disappointing me uh, in my boat online.
Does it happen just with this case of your pants, for example, or it's also complicated for you to buy clothes in a general way online? How is that for you?
For me, general clothes, I don't recommend both clothes in for me online because I don't actually uh, exists websites the intelligence artificial and the uh, 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 try the clothes in websites, né? But I don't recommend online how to try the clothes.
Yeah, I understand you, and I also have problems with buying clothes online, mainly like t-shirts or pants or something like that. It's also complicated for me. I don't know the exactly size of the clothes, and I don't know if it will be it will fit on me. I think so. It's complicated, but sometimes I bought something like t-shirts or shoes, for example, and it happened. It happened well, but yeah, I totally prefer to go to the shopping, for example, and buy clothes or shoes, and you can try that in person. I think it's better. But yeah, sometimes it happens. In my case, I have I have bought one pair of shoes 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I guess, and after some months, less than a year, I guess, the shoes it was like unusable. The shoe sole it was detached of the shoe, I think, and it wasn't a very expensive shoe, but it wasn't so uh, cheap as well, I think, but it would uh, it would do I think more than some months or only. So I have bought that and I have regretted as well because it was not a good quality of the shoe. So yeah, it happened even when you do that in person, it happened as well, so that's okay. Okay, so let's go to the question number 4. Have you ever learned a new skill through a mobile app? And what have you learned? Let me know, Diogo, what you think.
Um, mm, I I think not learning a new skill, but I try learning. a new skill with uh, with mobile app, for example, um, Duolingo. I try very much learning English with Duolingo, but I don't I, I don't progress with mobile app. But I have a mobile app for others uh, other temas for certifications in my job and Portuguese and with my kids. But it's complicated for me because I my feel and my feel and uh, do you learn do you learn it or no? I I I don't feel I can't learn, but I try very much, very try, but I my feel Dutch Dutch learning with the mobile app.
Yeah, I think I understand you in the point that when you learn something and you don't know if you actually learn that. When I have used Duolingo, for example, to learn English, I felt this feeling about I really don't know if I'm learning English actually, or I'm just like doing the exercise and move on, you know. But yeah, I don't know. In the case of learn a new language, it's not so easy to understand if you are learning exactly at this kind of time, at this time, you know. As I said before, I have studied English for a long time ago, and I was focused just on grammar, vocabulary, and all this stuff, and I wasn't. I didn't know I if I could uh, speak in English or if I could learn English actually, just using that. But nowadays, that I can to have a conversation and that I can speak in English, I know that that time that I was studying in Duolingo or studying grammar and studying vocabulary, it's worth it. And actually, I have learned something in that time. So yeah, maybe you will realize that you learned that just on the future. You know, it's not easy to know right now that you are learn that. For example, in my case, nowadays I'm using ChatGPT, the mobile app, to study English and actually to practice conversation with the AI. And yeah, I really don't know if I'm getting improving and I'm learning right now, but I think so. And it's an important practice for me. And maybe in the future, in the next months, I will realize that, well, I have learned that and it it helped me a lot on my English skill, you know. So yeah, maybe you will connect the dots in the future, looking backwards, you know. So I think that's the point.
Do you
And what about you,
s-
Pedrito? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, you.
sorry, do
No
you
problem.
pay about chat GPT?
No, I use the free account, so I don't use the advanced module of conversation, I guess that's the name about the paid one. I use just the free one, you know, that you can have conversations with ChatGPT. to the mobile app. But I know some people that paid that. For example, Leandro, that he's a host here on Talk and Talk as well. He pays the premium account of ChatGPT, and he use the advanced advanced voice mode. I think that's the name, and it's nice, because it's pretty amazing the way that the AI can understand you and to have conversations with you and simulate some accents in English and Spanish. I have tried the free one sometimes. Has a lot of time of this mode, and it's amazing. But I don't know if I use that consistently to worth pay the premium version, Just the free version for me, it's worth it, and it's nice to have conversations and do the practice with that.
Nice, nice, good. Thank you. Tip is very nice.
No problem. And I always recommend to use ChatGPT in this kind of AI to practice language. It's nice to just well, you can practice everything of the language with the AI, You can use that on using just text, for example. You can write and read the answers and practice with activities and all this stuff. But you can also use that for practice conversation with the AI on the mobile app. So for me, that's incredible. You have a person all the time to practice with you. So that's really incredible. And yeah, it doesn't replace a conversation like that with human beings that we are having here. It's not the same, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot because it's amazing. The practice that you have with that, it's incredible. So I always recommend.
Grateful. Thank you.
Okay, nice. So, and what about you, Pedrito? Let me know.
Uh, I use it too, the mobile app to learn English, uh, like Duolingo and others. And I think always ways to use to learn is important to in the time when you use to develop more your vocabulary or other things in, about what you study. And I use it to the Canva app to learn it to modify images and photos and other stuff, uh, making flyers and cards to social media, for example, for my wife. And I don't know how to use in the beginning, and I just try and develop my knowledge with my tries, and now I can use to do something when I need to do. Yeah.
Amazing. And have you ever used an app to track your, I don't know, your fitness or healthy goals, for example?
Yes, before I try to use some app to do it, to do exercise in your time during the day, or account exercise and uh, count the time and the for for push-ups and other things like that. Uh, but I just start for a time, and after I don't know, I just go on with other things and stop using.
But do you think it's important, like, to track your consistency on, I don't know, health activities or, I don't know, exercises, on this kind of, or this kind of stuff?
Always is important, I think, and to improve your consistency, like you said, and you for you can see your development in many ways.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have done this question because I do that a lot, you know. I do that even in English study, for example. I have actually I count every immersion that I participate in English. So on the actually at the end of the year, I can see that and know what was uh my English evolution, and not of that is not about it's not just about that. It's also to see that how many hours I have focused on English study this year, you know. So I think to keep track your evolution in this kind of way, it's important. So even in English study or healthy goals or your goals in a general way or on your exercise, for example, so I think it's so important because you can see your improvement on that, you know. So for me it's so important to do that in a general way for a lot of points. Um, and what about you, Diogo? What do you think and what you do?
For me, I agree, and you. For me, I try have a lot the grammar, the study very hours very times in wiki the practical, the improvement, but for me, my evolution in English, the conversation it is essential because uh, uh, do do you improvement the grammar, but not conversation. Uh, I feel learning or not. Então, it's very important for me.
Amazing, amazing. So let's move on to the question number 8. I think we have time for that. So, have you ever had an argument with someone online, and how have you resolved it? Let me know, Pedrito, what you think.
I try to change my the idea. I think when someone can argue with me in some case, I just try to change the focus, and because I believe all people have your point of view. Maybe today your point of view about a thing is different than I think, and we disagree about that, but it's normal, and I try to understand it and not keeping the argument, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty important. I think that happens a lot on Twitter, for example, that people can comment something and they can enter in an argument or a discussion about opinions and personal opinions and all this stuff. And it's complicated to sometimes it's complicated to explain your point of view for others and understand the others' opinions, you know. So in an online way, it's worse. I think it's more complicated share your opinion and actually I think people don't, in a general way, don't respect the other opinions. They don't understand or they don't try to understand others' opinion. So it's more complicated to deal with that, I guess. But yeah, I also try to not enter on a discussion or on an argument on social media because it doesn't work, you know. It's always just complain and personal opinions that we can we can build a constructive discussion about that, I guess, in a general way. So it's complicated. But let me
And
know about
about
you,
and
Joe.
about
I'm sorry,
and
Pedrito. Go
about
ahead.
and about political things.
Yeah,
I always try to skip that because it's not I don't know a better or the worst side is just your point of view, and some people can push the others to the same side, but it's not work like that.
exactly. And today, it's going on the discussion about the USA elections, you know. So in Twitter, for example, it's just the one discussion happened there. So and it's funny because there are people that think that Trump is the best president or all the times, and in the other side there are people that think that he is the worst president in ever. So I don't know. Politics in a general way, it's it's funny and it's hard for me to see that here in Brazil, for example, it's not a interesting discussion, I think. So yeah, it doesn't worth it in my opinion. So I try to get away from this discussion and not to see a lot of things about that. It's politics is crazy, I think. But okay, let's go. And what do you think, Diogo, about that?
Em my point of view, in online discussions, the people it's courageous, the people it's very hates the not existing real time in real, but online existed it many existence rates. It for me, or in my opinion, uh, you it is same online or not. For me, this.
Exactly. I think people are so different in an online way or in compared to in person, you know. It's not the same opinion, it's not the same way of speaking. So yeah, totally agree with you. It's funny and it's crazy to think about that. But okay, guys, we don't have time for more questions, but I would like to share here on the chat the link of the survey. As you know, it's an anonymous survey. You can say, what did you think about the immersion and about the topic? And I don't know, suggest another topics that you want to talk about as well. And yeah, I would like to thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, and I see you the next time. Okay, thank you, Diogo and Pedrito. Bye bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.